Hello, beautiful people. I'm going live a couple of minutes prior to Meghan Small and Andy coming on. So I just wanted to say thank you and to all of you for following me. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's a free way to support the channel and the channels of all the people who come here to give you the news, entertain you, give you our opinion of things. So the best way to show your support is by, clicking the free button of like, sharing, subscribing, leaving a comment. And if you don't agree with what we say, you can always click the unlike button. We don't like it, don't like button, but still you're supporting us. So yes, I just wanted to say thank you. I was away for a few days because I was dealing with some stuff from the sugars. If you've been following me, you know what it is. And basically, they couldn't find out who are the people sending those nasty comments. So, and those nasty threatening emails. So yes. So they're cowards. That's where it is. And I want to thank the people who always help out with the super chats, and the PayPal donations. And thank you very much for everything. But I just want to say that it takes some pretty nasty. Hello, beautiful Meghan Small. Hello, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you, gorgeous? I've been watching your lives.
I'm good. I was stuck. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I was stuck between choosing an avatar. I was gonna put Doria's face or Megan's face, so I was kind of clicking in between those two.
I mean, what is the difference with those two grifters anyways?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I
Gold
did my video today because it's I don't know if it happens to you, Megan Small. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I posted the email that I get emails. I don't know if you have ever ordered one of Meghan Markle's Lilibet's birth certificate, and you know that it's non-refundable, but I always ask for the refund anyways, and I always get saying that they can't find the details, and they can't find the records with the details I provide.
Mm-hmm.
So I am so fed up because the last one, it cost me $43 and that's expensive.
Yeah.
And then so I asked for a refund and I said, listen, I've asked for this before. I sent them an email. I should actually post that email that I sent them. I said, you know what? This is the 7th time I've requested these records, and I verified the details. And I posted the email I got, basically saying, if you give us the right information, we will give you the records. But and but it's always funny because immediately in the comments I got somebody saying, well, you should look for other dates of birth
Mm-hmm.
date. And it's like, why should I look for another kid born on a different date when the kid in the line of succession was born on June 4th, 2021, to parents Rachel Meghan Markle and Harry,
Mm-hmm.
Duke of Sussex? Why should I look for a kid born on the 20th of the 2nd or 3rd or 4th of June, or first or other dates with other details when that kid is not in the line of succession? I mean, do people say that to you?
No, I've never had those kinds of comments. I haven't. I think it's because I'm not looking for the birth certificate. I'm more just about, look, we know this girl didn't give birth to these children. And really, it should be the palace who is showing us the proof, because they are the ones who allowed this girl to be titled as a princess and to be placed within the line of succession. I 100% believe, and it's just my opinion, guys, that Meghan and Harry sent over a fraudulent birth certificate when Lily was born to get her into the line of succession, and just to claim that she was actually born and that Meghan had a child. But come on, if the royal family were aware of Meghan fooling around and faking the first one, then who's not to say that they wouldn't be thinking about her bullshitting about the second one?
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, Megan Small, because I'm going to pull this up, guys, because I'm going to see if you can see this. This was actually from TMZ, right? Like TMZ. I don't know which one do you guys prefer? But I'm going to show you this one, Meghan, small here. It's, you know that it takes up to 8 weeks because when the child is born, immediately, I know it's a rough thing, but they always ask you to check the details. That's the certificate of live birth in California. That's what it's called. Yeah. Which is basically saying who the mother is, who the father is, the name of the kid. And they ask you because that document can never be changed.
Well, aren't you the one who applies for it?
No. This is the hospital
birth certificate.
No, yeah, I applied for the birth certificate, but that's something that's done weeks later.
Yeah.
And it's based on the certificate of live birth, which is basically a medical document where it states the name of the mother, the name of the father, and the name of the child. And they always ask you to double check because once you put that particular document, the certificate of live birth, can never be changed. You can modify it later on if you've made a mistake.
Yeah, and that's a pain in the butt all in itself with so many documents and everything. And it takes weeks and a ton of money too. Like over $100. I know myself because I made a mistake on my son's birth certificate and I had to do the change myself. Yeah. So when I got his original documents, they take his original when you're getting the new replacement one, but they send you documents also showing that this was the original and it had to be changed. So it notes the changes also. But if you do that, it takes about 8 weeks to fix that, sometimes up to 10, 12 weeks, depending on how backed up they are. But yeah, and it cost up to I paid almost $170 for it.
Yeah.
For the changes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And because I asked about it and they said that the certificate of live birth, you can never change it, but you can amend it when you get this copy of the birth certificate. So in the birth certificates reflected the changes, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing that TMZ, remember this? TMZ is the one who produced this, where it says that Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor female, and then they have Santa Barbara, the Duke of Sussex as Harry's first name.
Which is ridiculous because you wouldn't have a title as the first name. And let's be honest, it's been alleged that Meghan feeds garbage to TMZ anyways. I wouldn't be surprised if they fed this garbage to them too, because Harry's name under the name of the father would not be the Duke of Sussex, and his last name would not be His Royal Highness.
Yes, because so people know, if they're not aware of this, one of my friends is a doctor, and she says that she's a pediatrist. How do you say pediatrician? Yeah, pediatrician, yes. And she says that the name that are looked at are the ones from their IDs. They cannot, and for example, Meghan cannot be called even married name or anything, even if you change it. It has to be the name at birth that has to be reflected in the birth certificate for both parents. So Harry was born Henry Albert George David, that would have been the names reflected as his first names. If he wants to call himself Sussex afterwards, that's a different option. But then his first names is not the Duke of Sussex, because at the time of his birth, he didn't have that.
The crazy thing is that one entity, one media company puts out some form of BS like this, and everyone just runs with it. It reminds me of, when Andrew settled with Virginia Giuffre, right? And the Telegraph was the first one instantly to print, Andrew paid out 12 million pounds, and that has stuck since, even though the cases were completely sealed. I'm not a fan of Andrew, but that's just the BS narrative everyone has ran with. And it's the same thing happening here. Despite it saying that those are not valid documents, TMZ still published it and everyone ran with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the funny thing is that TMZ published that on the 24th of June, which is less than 10 working days from the time that girl was born, right?
Yeah.
Which is impossible because they haven't even reached from the time the hospital, because the certificate of live birth is actually a hospital document. And the reason why it reflects the parents, you can even put the adopted parents' names or anything like that, because for insurance purposes, if you use a surrogate, if anything happens to the surrogate, health-wise while delivering, it has to be reflected who it is, because insurance kicks in, So the person, this is why, and I've done many videos about this, and I know that I keep going on about it because I don't know about you, but people get really upset because, oh, that's unseemly. Leave the kids alone. Nobody's attacking the children. People are asking legitimate questions. No, I don't care about a birth certificate. I want to see the certificate of live birth with the signatures of the doctors who delivered that child.
Yeah, it's wild that no doctors will come forward and lay their claim to this. Isn't it funny? I mean, if I had delivered the future king or a prince or someone, I would be proud of that accomplishment and achievement. And I would have it listed somewhere, say like a LinkedIn or as an achievement somewhere on a website, something. But there are no doctors that are willing to come forward to say, oh, well, I saw Meghan Markle give birth. Why? Because it didn't happen. She didn't give birth. That's why.
Yeah,
it's all a BS ploy. And I see Elke's asking, why is the RF going along with the lies? Because Charles, and this is my opinion, I think that they found out too late. My opinion is that when the royal family didn't know that Meghan Markle was going to announce her pregnancy at Eugenie's wedding, or know that they were going to pull that stunt, or know that she was going to announce it during the first day of their Australia trip. The thing was that, remember that Jessica Mulroney and Ben Mulroney were with them on that Australia trip? So what had happened, and the story goes, is that Meghan Markle had set up so that Ben Mulroney would have been the one to break the news. He would have the exclusive story that Meghan Markle is pregnant. Apparently, they were discussing this on the plane, and one of the aides overheard this, and it was let known to the royal family. And then that's why they did like the live press announcement the moment they landed. And then Ben Mulroney was pissed off about that. I mean, why else would Jessica Mulroney have received a free Jaguar, fully loaded, over $60,000 vehicle for no reason from Meghan Markle during that trip? Do you remember that? There was a whole thing. Jessica Mulroney gifted brand new, fully loaded Jaguar and had it delivered to her home.
I mean, that's that. Can you imagine going from receiving a Jaguar to not speaking at all?
I know.
That's quite a trip. I wonder if they took that trip in that Jaguar.
I don't know.
But this is the thing. I did my video about it today because it is very important, because people are, I was looking, because I'm also going to do a video about Letizia, the Queen of Spain, and the censorship in all over Spain. All over Spain, the press is not publishing that huge story that's worldwide. And it reminded me when the alleged royal races were named, you remember, about Holland and stuff like that?
Yeah.
How upset Dickie Arbiter and that crazy woman, what's it called, the child abuser? What's it? Yeah, Tessa. Yeah, thank you. Because
I call her a pedo.
A pedo, yeah. But how dare
she went off on Piers, and she was like, I'm disgusted in you, Piers, for naming and saying who they were. I mean, the entire world knows about it. Why wouldn't you want to know? And Tessa, I really don't give a shit about her. The moment she comes on, the fact that I know her history and and what kind of person she is. Look, if they threw someone like Hugh Edwards and what was that other name? Philip Schofield off live air because of what they've done, Tessa should be there with them too. She's no different. She is no different.
Yeah. But it's the funny thing is, though, because they were outraged that censorship did not prevail. And Dickie Arbiter, being journalists, these people, like, they're angry that the censorship, that the United Kingdom, this is like the king is naked, no, the king is wearing the best clothes. It's like they want people, they forget that there's internet, that nowadays, you can't control that, that you can't say, oh, we're not, wink, wink, the entire world is going to know, but we're going to limit the internet. I mean, everybody, has access to internet. It's just like in Spain, like the entire Spanish press is not publishing Letizia screwing her brother-in-law.
Yeah.
you know, and we have that here, you know, and the reason why I was talking about it is because, guys, it is very important to talk about this, because as you said, Megan Small, maybe they found out too late, but instead of correcting that and saying, you know what, Miss Markle is not pregnant, or she lost it, they could have done so many things. They could have claimed that she lost the baby, and then, you know, that because she had issues with her health, she couldn't carry it, and they could have you know, amended maybe the how do you say, the law sitting, and, you know, to allow for you know, they could have done that, you know, but no, they chose to go along with it instead of. And this is one of the things that really bothers me. I don't know how you feel about this, but instead people say, oh, to protect the institution. So in order to protect the institution, they cover up crimes of the people inside the institution instead of cleaning the institution and getting rid of these people committing these crimes. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. It definitely does. Well, look at Harry. He's been covered for all these years. Look at when Meghan started dating Harry. They wiped the internet of her BS and what she's done prior. They've always protected her. They went with the lies. I mean, if the royal family were hoodwinked and Meghan pulled a fast one, why would you still go ahead with the whole scam and allow Harry and Meghan to present a doll to the world and claim that it's a newborn child? I mean, that was the biggest, like, in my opinion, that was like a big FU to the UK and the Commonwealth people, because that's like, look, we can fool you and we can present a doll and pretend that it's a newborn, and you're going to have to believe us. No questions allowed. There was only one photographer there who they allowed to be there, and only one, controlled 10 minutes. That's it. And Meghan didn't even say much. She's a new mother. She didn't even hold the kid, but we did see her whack the doll in the head when she was playing with her hair. We saw how white Harry's thumb got when he was trying to find the button and press the button. I always tell people, I'm like, you see that photo where Harry's thumb is super white, where he's looking for the button on Lily? If you press your thumb onto a hard table, just apply so much pressure until your thumb turns white. Then you'll see how much pressure you have to include. And if you were doing that to an actual newborn child, it would start screaming out. That kid didn't even move. It was a doll. The royal family gave us a big FU to all of us when they allowed Harry and Meghan to go on with the shenanigans and to have a doll presented to the world and have the public think, oh, we're going to fool the public and they'll believe this is a real kid.
Absolutely. And not only the royal family, Parliament, because Parliament is the one who keeps the monarchy, the royal members of the monarchy, in check. You know, they're supposed to be supervising.
Parliament is a fraud themselves. Everyone in Parliament is a fraud, a thief, a pickpocketer who is stealing from the taxpayers, who is being a degenerate behind closed doors, who wants to sit there and act like they are the peons of society who get to tell us how to live and run the cities, but yet they are the most degenerate people ever. They are frauds, just like, I hate to say it, I mean, the royal family at this point, or whoever is allowing this to go on, and it falls on the king, you are basically telling the people, F you, you can't question what I do, you need to believe it, basically. Yeah. My son presented a fake doll to the world and claimed it's a newborn. Yeah, well, you're going to have to deal with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And look at this. I mean, look at this readout. Like Lily Diana Mountbatten Windsor was born at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital in Santa Barbara, California on June 4th, 2021 at 6:40 p.m. Her birth along her name. I mean, they make sure, and if you read at the one above, it's like she is 7th in the lines of succession to the British throne. Meghan Markle wants to make sure that people never forget that. And you know what I mean? And Harry's still Counselor of State. Harry's still Counselor of State. And you know, we know that the bill to remove titles was killed off in March, around the same time when Meghan Markle announced her kids were going to be prince and princess.
Girl, the fact that Charles didn't have the balls to remove Harry from Counselor of State and instead added more people, and people are justifying it. Well, he added more people to the list, so it'll never get to Andrew or Harry, so they won't be needed. Well, if they're not needed, why are they on the list? I mean, stop coddling these two. That's the problem. These two degenerate idiots have been coddled their entire life, and they're still being coddled because maybe Charles doesn't want any backlash. He doesn't want any scandals around him. He doesn't want anyone to say anything bad about him. But you know what? You are destroying the monarchy by not doing anything.
Thank you, Gwen Mendez. Camila needs to watch out because the way Charles looks at Leticia is us. Thank you, Gwen Mendez. Thank you. You know, by the way, did you read a comment that it said that that
Prince Harry
hospital?
I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all, because this same story was making the rounds. I think it was last year or something, or a few months ago. Remember, we heard Harry was rushed to the hospital, something had happened. And no, I think this is BS clickbait put out by other people, and I think it's a way to garner sympathy for Harry and Meghan, and I'm not going to be sympathetic to those two losers. I mean, if I'm going to be sympathetic, it's going to be to Thomas Markle, who's had multiple heart attacks and they haven't checked in on him. But I'm supposed to care that Harry's had an OD. I don't care.
Yeah. And it's so funny in Meghan Markle, because they go and explain, because you know how Meghan Markle is, Rachel is very pretentious. She says, she goes and explain the names of the kid. And in my video today, please go watch it. I talk about why didn't she call Lilibet Doria Mountbatten Windsor, because they go in and say she's named after her paternal grandmother, great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, who was called Lilibet by her family, and her paternal grandmother. No paying homage to her Black side of the family. And we have the NAACP, and then we have Tyler Perry pronouncing her Blackness, and here she is, not even bothering. You remember that grandmother that she had, Doria Ragland's mother, that she claimed to have?
Jeanette?
Yeah, Jeanette, that she claimed that she took care of her when she was dying. She was basically
yes, sure. Meghan wouldn't even take care of her dogs when they broke their legs, but I'm supposed to believe she's taking care of a whole person.
Justin Kessner, yes, you can come up anytime. I mean, send me an email. I've always said that I would love to have some of my members or subscribers join us in our lives, if you guys don't mind. So send me an email, Justin Kessner, and I'll send you the link some other time. But I wanted to also show you this, because there's a big buzz about the following, that Harry is got how's it called, a reward, an award thing. I just want to read this, because this is Harry and their monarchy's website. Okay. And this was amended again. This was before here for the Invictus Foundation. It used to have a sentence that said that that Invictus was created by the Royal Foundation, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
It used to be there. Now it's gone. The Royal Foundation is not mentioned at all. The Invictus Game is an international adapted sporting event for wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women, both serving and veteran. Before, it had a sentence that said, founded by the Royal Foundation.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I have a screenshot of what it was.
If you do, can you send it to me? Yeah. Because it had that. It said the Duke of Cambridge, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince Harry. Yeah. That was there. It said that it was founded by the Royal Foundation. Okay.
Well, doesn't this tell you? Doesn't this tell you that the royals are still coddling this degenerate jerk off?
They're willing to go along with the lie. The games use the power of sport. There's nothing here to sport, inspire, recovery, support, rehabilitation. I mean, they're not as degenerate as to say that Harry founded it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, it doesn't say here, but it says that the games use the power of sports. The first Invictus Games were held. That was changed also, because there it said something like, it used to mention the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Remember that? And from William's birthday, from William's biography, Invictus Games is gone, and he only has armed forces. You know, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, beautiful people, is because Meghan's mole, we all know what's happening with Harry. They're claiming that he saved lives, that he flew. I don't know where the hell he flew. Here, Prince Harry's a royal loser. No, I just want to clarify something, because apparently some people are very, very confused. This is not an Air Force or government bought award. This is an organization, a private organization who got the 501 status later, and this thing is to fundraise money to be. This is a bunch of billionaires and millionaires, basically. Oh, we're in the aviation. This has nothing to do with government recognition or anything like that. Okay, it's because people are thinking, how can the government do that? How can the U.S. government? No. The U.S. government is not doing this. This is a private. Started as a private organization by. Can you give an explanation, Meghan Small?
It's basically a pay for play. That's all it is. It's a bunch of rich people sitting around in a room who have bought themselves awards, who think that they have done something, but they are honoring some like people who have done well. That's the thing. I mean, when you've got Buzz Aldrin and other people who have made a significant contribution to the aerospace industry, then you have Harry. I mean, it just cheapens the entire event. And I know they're just using him and his name to bring more recognition to this award. Because really, who was paying attention to this aviation awards before this was announced? No one.
Yeah, and the worst part of it all, Meghan Small, is that they're saying that he flew rescue missions, or what was it? What is it that they say? Where is it that I think you have it in response to somebody. Let me see, because I can't. In replies, you have it in replies to somebody that he flew and he saved people's. Oh, he did this. We're going to talk about this. There's Meghan, that he flew missions and that he rescued countless lives. Harry has never been pictured, which is really odd because we see a lot of footage from William flying in a helicopter.
I have a video of that on my page.
You have a what?
Keep scrolling down, you'll see.
Oh, and Victor's begging for more donations. So we're going to talk about that too, guys. Here we have, what's that?
William gave a couple CBEs
today.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. So this was in 2011 when the then Duke of Cambridge and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Catherine, were visiting Canada. And what Canadians do is that they were doing a waterbirding demonstration. And William has never performed this before. And this was his first time performing it in front of a crowd, in front of Catherine, where he landed a Sea King helicopter on the water. And he kept it there, steady. So this is what they need to do as rescuers. And I'm just saying, I've never seen a video of Harry flying or performing demonstrations like this. It's almost like it's never happened, but yet he is being inducted into a Hall of Fame of greats in aviation. Make it make sense, please.
Yeah. And you know what is worse? That they say that he flew countless missions. He never did. He was a gunner.
Yeah, look at this. You know how skilled you have to be to do this? How precise? This takes a lot of skill.
You know, Prince William is really hot. Ugh.
Is. I mean, Prince William, the life of the other men are in his hands right now.
Yeah.
Right? Think about that. And he's keeping this steady so that others can be rescued. He has the lives of 4 other people that they're rescuing, and plus, say, whoever they're rescuing on his shoulders. That's a lot.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, gorgeous man. Oh my God, who's that? Who is that? That thing? Oh my God, that's Terry. Oh my God.
Hi, Andrew.
We're just talking, Andrew. Hello, how are you, Andrew? We're just talking about Harry's bogus thing that we're talking about how the royal family are going along the lies, because now Harry puts in his bio for this aviation thing that he's the founder of Invictus Games. And the reason we were talking about it, that the royal family have removed from their website the sentence that said that the Invictus Games was founded by the Royal Foundation, the Duke of Cambridge, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince Harry. Now that is completely gone. They don't go as far as saying that Harry founded, but it's like they play with words, Andrew. I mean,
Well,
what
I
do you
think that description was written by him. That's it. I mean, that just because I don't think anybody out there believes that this man ever saved countless people. And I also did just ran a story about him, and he stole William's achievements. Like, he never saved anyone. William did. And he wasn't even a pilot. William was. So this is all happening. It's just this jealousy shit. And you saw it with that list that came out that William made and Harry didn't. And I think the problem that Harry faced was it was so quick. This was so fast that he didn't think about what people would say. He didn't think about the fallout. All he thought about was getting his name on something because William was in that list and he wasn't.
Yeah, because it says here, a British Army veteran and pilot with 10 years military service, flying training missions in the U.S., UK, and Australia, as well as combat missions in Afghanistan, saving the lives of allied forces and countless civilians, and creator of the Invictus Games for wounded servicemen.
You know what's crazy is that Harry even said in Spare himself that he never saw a body until he was leaving.
Yeah, he said it
and
himself.
It was only when he was in the airplane, in the RAF flight, and they were flying over, and he just happened to look over and saw a body for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Three
so
dudes.
How is he rescuing these countless civilians?
I think Meghan wrote that. I think Meghan wrote that description. Because I think this was Meghan's move. This is the same move as the Women of Vision Awards. And the coronation, if you remember, was on May 6th. And the Women of Vision Awards was 10 days later. So when Meghan got that fake-ass award from Gloria Steinem, now she literally just did this again. Because it's just a play. That's all it is. It's just a play to get the PR, to get and there was a lot of people on Twitter saying, well, you guys are giving him free PR. Well, he's getting the PR either way. And from the stories that I saw, they're kissing his ass. They're making it seem as if this thing is true. And it almost seems, again, just like the last bullshit, what was it? Just like with the King's birthday, we were the only people saying that they weren't actually going to go, we YouTubers. And the actual press was like, oh, they're going to go to the King's birthday. They're going to go to Christmas. No, these people aren't doing shit. And I think this was a very bad move. And Meghan, I know you're listening. This was a very bad move.
No, and it's funny because Harry's bio is bigger than anybody. He saved countless civilians.
Yeah.
I mean, that is Meghan's bullshit there. Spreading
when you have no real achievements, you need to bullshit and pad it and make it look like you've done something. Like, look at everyone else's achievements that are listed on that site. It gets right to the point. Like, this is what he does. Aerospace engineer, NASA engineer, blah, blah, blah. Like, right to the point. Whereas Harry is all filled with this fluff and bullshit and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, look, we got it. Meghan and Harry, thanks for the super chat, number one. Number two, fucking hey, thank you. Alongside his brother, the Duke of, Andrew, this is what was there. Read it out loud. Read it out loud, Meghan. Well, your English is nicer than mine.
It says, alongside his brother, the Duke of Cambridge, and sister-in-law, the Duchess of Cambridge, he has worked with the royal family, the Royal Foundation, to build a model archived in the Wayback Machine Internet Archives. But you know what? Okay, I want to put a different spin on this, okay? I know, Paula, you're like, okay, the royal family is... they're basically like helping him out. They're constantly coddling. I get it. But then look at it this way. Maybe William didn't want his name to be connected to Invictus and that he had something to do with it anymore because it's turned out to be such an embarrassing shit show. And let's be honest, let's say later on, say like maybe later this year, maybe they might have some kind of tax issues. Maybe it's going to come out like Invictus is asking for more money. They need more money. But yet who's going to give money when they've got those two grifters using it as their own personal bank account?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel bad for the veterans, but come on, like, how long are you going to allow this bullshit to continue on for? Like, someone should just need to step up and say, look, you guys are terrible as the face of Invictus. Meghan uses it as an entire PR scene for herself. I mean, let's be honest. From the Invictus Games, when Meghan did her ridiculous march in front of the veterans in that wrinkled romper, what did we hear about the veterans and the actual events? Nothing.
We don't even know who won. We don't even know who won that damn thing.
We don't even know who were playing games. We don't know who was doing anything. The only times that we knew about certain games or events were if Harry and Meghan were there. And even then, we were getting photos of them. We weren't getting photos of the veterans who were attending and competing in these events.
Yeah. And you know what's terrible? Prince William donated $1 million, a little bit over $1 million to Invictus in 2020 after Harry and Meghan left. That pulled that stunt of Mexit. They donated this to Invictus Games Foundation as part from the Royal Foundation, clearly, right? And because the Royal Foundation was in charge of Invictus Games, but now the royal family are playing along with that, and not, because they removed that. Guys, I kid you not. And thank you very much for Harry and Meghan lazy fucking grifters. Thanks you so very much for giving us that, because that's what it was before in the royal website. And now we're getting this bullshit, and it's terrible because Harry, like, why are they doing that? I really don't get it. Look at this. Look at his whole thing, and look at Steve Hilton, Mark Perrin.
You have to think about something. That description was probably given to the company. So when you say the royal family isn't doing enough, I think it's more along the lines of the phrase, you don't stop your enemies from destroying themselves. So when you think about something like this isn't really official. This isn't actually something that's a big deal. Now, apparently this is the 21st annual, right? So what this is, it's kind of a niche thing where you even saw, if you go and look at the other people that are receiving awards, Jeff Bezos' wife is getting an award. So basically that means that Bezos probably made a nice fat donation over there to that charity, because that's what it is. It's a flight school and a charity. So that description, I know that we want to talk about the royal family, but I think the royal family don't need to do anything, because these two people, look at what happened. If you go on Twitter, the Twitter profile for that company, the Aviation Awards, they're getting roasted right now.
Are they? I haven't gone because I'm always thinking, what's it called?
Let's just call it what it is. It's a big circle jerk session for
rich people.
That's all it is.
For rich people.
That's all it is.
What's it called, that place? Aviation?
It's got its own name, Aviation Awards. Like, it's got its own. Go to Scobie. I think Scobie retweeted it.
Scobie has me blocked. I don't know if it's something I said. Aviation Awards. Let me see that.
And then see, it's right there.
That's the one, right?
The last time I checked, they only had 400. But I mean, I thought that
438. The living legends of aviation have lost one of their own: actor, writer, director, sailpilot. Freak Williams. I don't even know who that is. I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position and saying, who are these people?
It's just some niche charity.
Yes, please. Let me just say something. There is something that the royal family can do. And these awards and all of this BS can stop if Harry gets removed off the royal family website and he's not being known as the Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. He's got no affiliation with the royal family. But the fact that
did you see the announcement? How many times it said Duke of Sussex in the announcement?
and Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex and Prince Archofficial and Princess Invisibet. Like, make sure you throw all the kids' titles in there too. Yeah, I saw that. The minute that's Charles's fault. You allow them to run around with these titles. That's the only reason why they're still getting access to all of these events, because Harry is still connected to the royal family. He's still listed as a working member of the royal family when he's not.
And what is worse is the military is keeping quiet.
Look, all Charles has to do is come out and say, they have, just like he said, I wish my son and his wife a good life overseas. I mean, had he stood on those words instead of, okay, well, now we're going to give your kids titles and everything, then he would have made a point. But the fact that Charles is a pushover, Meghan and Harry know they can do whatever the hell they want. So they're still using their connection to the royal family to sell themselves. If Charles said, we are not affiliated with them, we have nothing to do with them, they're not connected with us, I'm sure that would put a dagger in a lot of their connections and work that they get.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, and not only that, because for example, and this is one of the things people don't get. People like, the guy who died in the island, the guy who owned that island, the reason why he hung around Andrew and old royalty is because it wasn't because of money, it's because of influence. Because they know that people will think twice, 4 or 5 times before the police approaches them, because, oh my God, especially if they've been to the Queen's Balmoral's private state, because people assume that they were vetted.
Yeah.
And they don't like to touch people like that. They will think twice because they don't want to sprinkle that scandal to the royal family. And that's why these people collect, if you like, people like the royal family. And this is why it's very important that the royal family should have people vetting these idiots or the people they associate them with, because clearly they didn't vet, they didn't take time to vet Meghan Markle, did they?
Well, to be honest about that, the brother of the king, he doesn't seem very worried. I just want to make that clear.
Andrew?
Yes, he doesn't, because I saw a video of him where he was talking to the royal reporters, and he was like having a laugh with them and telling them shit or something about this is this the public or something, like he was having a laugh with them. He didn't, and I was looking at him and I was like, okay, why is this man not worried? Why is this man not, in hiding or some type of shit? So when you think about it, this is what I have to say. When they're not worried, then there's nothing. I feel like they shouldn't be anything worried about. Because
when they're not worried, we should be worried.
That's the way it goes. Rich people live by different rules. That's just how it is. And when I say rich, I don't mean like $5 million. Okay, the money that these people have is beyond comprehension to anybody that is listening right now. You're talking about lifetime generational money.
Yeah. I mean, just the works of art of the Queen are priceless. The jewels are priceless, But this is the thing that we're talking about. Why do we talk about this, and why do we keep talking about it? Because they want us to forget about this kind of shit. And if we are complacent, we are complicit. Fuck, I sounded like that, didn't I? Shit, no, I don't know, but it's true, silence is compliance. I don't know.
But the problem with the Andrew thing is the fact that this Guthrie woman has now done a 180. So if we're going by the news, okay, there's plenty of reports about this woman said she lied. There's plenty of reports about how this thing with Prince Andrew isn't actually what it is. So that's why a lot of people get upset when Prince Andrew is brought up, because it's already been said that she was lying or that she got paid from someone or this or that. So when it comes to Harry, I think like there's been this stupid conspiracy that Harry is supposed to be the guy that we all pay attention to cover for Andrew. I mean, come on, it's two different people. And even then, that's why, like I said, we haven't seen Harry. He just had this stupid fake award. And Andrew, we saw him, like I said, live. And he looked like the person that commented. He looked like he was cocky. He looked like he wasn't worried. So I guess these rich people know that even though they were associated with Epstein, hey, obviously it doesn't matter.
It's actually quite detrimental, because I was also talking, Andrew. I don't know if you saw I don't think you had time to see my video today, because I got an email back. This is the 7th email I get back from California State Records, saying that the details of, because I paid $43 for this, guys. It was expensive. This is the 7th one, and I keep getting the same answer, that they can't find any records with information I provided. So I wrote to complain, and I said I want.
Oh, is that about the child?
Yeah, I said I want
right.
I want a refund. Yeah, I want a refund, and they said sorry, no refund, because they ask you to double check, So no refund, and that the information, that if the information is correct, I'll get it. And people tell me, find another child on another date on another state. No, guys, you Andrew would know that if you're looking for a guy, it has to be the kid whose details are in the line of succession, right?
I mean, it's just fishy all around. You can't expect to find that. It's like a needle in a haystack with these people. And if it was real.
But it's really funny that this was, what do you guys think, Ms. Mola and Andrew, that this was about the aviation thing, when after the military published the list of 200 soldiers, and they praised Prince William, but not Harry. And this came out. This is like, anything that William does, I can do better.
There's a big difference. Petty. It just makes him look petty and stupid. It reminds me of all his whining that he didn't spare. I didn't have the bigger side of the room. William got the bigger side. I had 2 sausages and William had 3. Like, come on. Like, grow up, man.
Yeah, the difference is that William's recognition is from the army, from the people, the soldiers. Harry is buying his because this is a fundraiser, guys.
Well, that's what I mean by the point to use William's achievements in the description. Like, it's an FU to William, because as you said earlier, why can't the royal family just come out and say a statement? Because Harry knows. Harry knows that there isn't going to be a headline that reads, Prince William makes a statement saying, no, Harry never saved civilians. I was the one that saved civilians. Yeah. Like, because there's a reason. All this shit is calculated.
Countless civilians.
Yeah, countless. It was like 146 from what I read.
But it's not even him.
Wait, so I'm supposed to believe that the guy that is whining about his security, that is crying about how he can't protect his family and needs all this security, took out or saved all of these civilians and did all of this rescue missions? Like, he doesn't realize how stupid he looks.
Because he doesn't care. The narcissist. That's the narcissist thing. I ran a story the other day about these 2 people being narcissists, and yes, even though we're all talking shit about them, they love it. They love that like I said about that description, they love that they can give an FU in the press to William. They love that they can give, oh yeah, well that's what y'all were talking about when I came in. They love that they can do these things, and there's a lot of people that think, oh yeah, talking shit about them, they don't like that. I think this is their favorite thing in the world. I really do, and that's why Meghan keeps on. And we had been saying, how long is it going to be until Meghan comes out or something? Well, this is it. You
want to know something?
Yeah.
Get this. So I just looked up the California law on stolen valor, because this is basically what Harry's doing.
I don't know about all that, but yeah,
Molly,
go for it.
I love you, Molly. I love you.
That's so good. That is so good right there.
What do you think of this stuff? I hadn't even heard
damn good.
Look, the California Penal Code 532B says that a person who fraudulently represents themselves as a veteran or ex-serviceman of a war in which the United States was engaged in connection with the soliciting of aid or the sale or attempt and robbery of or attempted sale of any property is guilty of a misdemeanor, and you can be imprisoned for up to 6 months.
Yeah.
Not that it would happen to Harry, because of course Daddy would protect him.
But the problem we have is that the military, the UK military, is not calling him out.
Well, because it's not. I think it's. like you said earlier, should the military come out and say something? It's not the military. It's the same thing as the San Diego play. Remember the San Diego play on Remembrance Day? It's the same thing. That training center in San Diego, what Marine Training Center, and then remember we found out days later they weren't even connected to the military. It's the exact same play, but now they're using an award show because it's award season. So they want to be having they always do that stupid shit where they have to knock down multiple things with one stone. So it's award season. Harry's getting an award. Oh, well, look, everybody else is getting awards, and so is Harry, even though he bought it. You see, and the fact that it's a charity, all you got to do is donate.
Yeah, and it's a fundraiser. Mama T, how has not even climb into a helicopter with a frozen Dodger?
Oh, geez.
That's a good one. Thank you.
Look at this. Look at this. I want to tell you something. So I was just looking at this. So there was an Army veteran back in 2020 who was sentenced up to 5 years in prison and faced a $250,000 fine after he pleaded guilty about stolen valor, about lying about a fake tour in Afghanistan, a Purple Heart, and a Silver Star medal he didn't earn, and he got sentenced to prison and a hefty fine.
Yeah,
so I mean, like regular people are going to prison for it, but Prince Harry, because he's a prince, he can lie and get awards and shit like that.
But that's the worst part of it all, because he has such high profile thing that, you know, in law, and correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but aggravated crime is aggravated when you're in a position of trust, or, you know, you hold a higher office, because you are more able to get away with things. So Harry's misrepresenting himself by saying he saved countless lives, that he flew the missions, when we all know he didn't fly the missions. But the problem we have is that the military, the UK military, who are the people who can come and say, wait a minute, buddy, you never flew a helicopter pilot. You were never a pilot. You were the gunner. They're not calling him out. They called him out when he gave the kill count, but that's it.
I don't think it would be a good idea for them to do that, because this is again, it's one of those things where they're standing outside the door. I'm here. You're not going to deny me. You're not going to ignore me. I'm here. So if the military was to come out and say something, then Meg will go and run to the press. Look, they're attacking Harry and Meghan. The military is putting out a statement against them. It's all about victimhood. It's all about being this is all, I hate these people.
But it looks awful. I mean, it looks awful that they allow Harry to lie like that. Harry has made the military look terrible already.
But doesn't it remind you of something, though?
Make the wrong move.
What?
Doesn't it remind you of... Oh, sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
No, go, yeah.
Doesn't all of this remind you of something? Harry getting all these fake awards and like snuggling his way into getting these awards. Doesn't it remind you of what I was talking about in my live yesterday about Doria and the secret way that Thomas Markle actually came to get those lottery winnings and the shady way that it happened?
He won the lottery?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He won a windfall, but then apparently, if you listened to my live yesterday, it's all about Doria. It's $700,000, right? Huh? $700,000, yeah.
Jesus.
And there was an investigation because it was someone within the studio, and it just happened to be Thomas Markle who won. And apparently Doria goaded him into like, hey, maybe you should do this. And there's a con and there's a way to do this. And yeah, stolen money anyways.
That's how
that live, Andrew.
I think I've underestimated that woman. And I've tried to not do videos about it because to me she's pointless, but I think I might have underestimated that woman.
Andrew, I think if you have time, just go watch my live from yesterday, put it on like ×2 speed so you get through it fast, but it's crazy. The stuff that I said about Dora, I think Paula was there yesterday for a bit of it. It was shocking.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but we have new subscribers, so it's always good for people because there's for example, what's the dangerous part of it all, guys? That Harry's putting out this narrative in the United States.
Yeah.
And
fly in the UK.
Know it. People who don't know him are going to go, oh my God, this guy's a hero, and the royal family are trashing him.
Well, look at on X right now. There's a full-scale PR press about Harry through all the US papers, Harry getting an award for his aviation, heroic, blah, 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 all this shit.
See? That's why if we don't speak about it, then nobody will.
It's all over the US because if he did this anywhere else, like in the UK, people would laugh him out of the country. Like, go sit your ass down, little boy. You were getting drunk and shit-faced and acting stupid. You weren't doing anything heroic.
He managed to not take any drug tests, and now we know from Spare that he had been doing drugs all throughout his career, military career.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
But I mean, everything that Harry's done, and we go by this, guys. Andrew, Meghan Mole and I were talking about earlier, censorship, how Spain is not, how the entire press in Spain is not talking about Leticia screwing her brother-in-law, and how Tessa Dunlop and Dickie Arbiter were angry with Piers Morgan for saying in public that Omid had named
Piers
Charles and Catherine as the royal races. How dare you? How dare you? Because they want censorship. So I think that Harry, they think that we're stupid, and they're going to keep, Harry's lies are just going to remain over there in the US. Nobody's going to know. This is very public because Harry wants it public. And you know what really pisses me off? That they believe that if they gaslight the hell out of us, because they think that if they lie and lie and lie and lie, and they use these outlets.
Yeah, eventually.
Like the website, that we're going to give up and say, fuck it.
Eventually, yeah. Well, that's the reason. I mean, I have people saying it every day in the comments. When are we going to talk about something else? When are you going to make videos about something else? The thing is, if you understand that these people are cancer, if you have cancer in your body, you don't just like decide to say, I'm not going to pay attention to the cancer. I'm just going to look the other way and maybe the cancer will go away. No. And this right here proves it. Because if you remember the period that we just got through where Meghan hadn't been seen for over a month since the supposed Costa Rica thing that everyone's saying that never happened, it was a long time ago, that imagine if by then people say, okay, well, stop talking about them. She hasn't been around for a month. Let it go. And then you let it go. And then this happens. And he's lying to everyone right in front of everyone's face because that's what these people do. They lie.
Yeah, but the whole thing of it all, though, guys, is that this is the monarchy. They went and modified when people say, oh, the monarchy, they don't update their website every day. Bullshit. They just removed that the Invictus was founded by the Royal Foundation. And in William's website bio, the Invictus game has been completely removed.
Yeah, because they're trying to distance themselves from that.
No, but they're trying to attribute only as Harry. They're trying to build the same narrative that Harry's putting out, that he created this thing. When it's not
fine. I mean, it's $30 million underwater.
I mean, that's a good point. That's why I'm saying, like, it's not such a big deal. Like, maybe that's why William and Catherine don't want their names associated with him anymore. And they don't want that on the website anymore because that is like a stain on their reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But they can stop it, Molly, because we people remember. We
know it. We know it. We know that William, Catherine were the ones who helped Harry start this with Harry's right-hand man, Edward Lane Fox. He was the Ministry of Defense. Yeah, he was the brains behind it all.
But you have to remember, you're not the target audience.
Yeah.
They're not targeting you. They're targeting the people that don't know any better. Mm-hmm. So when you have something that is very current and people do remember the past, they're not worrying about people that remember the past. They're worrying about people that don't even know who they are. So then this facade that they can put up as a first impression, okay, what was if no one knew who Prince Harry was or Invictus, what would be the first impression they get from last year's Invictus games? Oh, well, it was all about Meghan. What the hell was she wearing all those clothes for? That was the only stories that ever came out of Invictus. So that's what people see. That's why it was a failure. And now the royal family sees that and they're like, okay, well, that's not going to be associated with us. Bye.
Yeah. Queenie Morris, I want to tell you something. Paula, why would you want William and Catherine, Prince of Wales, to be linked to that fraudulent games? Because it wasn't fraudulent. This
But it is
actually
now.
it is now, but but the whole point is to remember how it started and what Harry and Meghan have turned it into.
Yeah, but people, you know that, Paula, people are all about the present. That's how we are right now. We're living in a society that's, people's attention spans are 10 seconds and they only care about what's going on now, especially something that went on before the pandemic. If you're talking about Invictus before the pandemic, most people don't even remember anything before the pandemic. So it's like I said, it's all about the target audience. They're trying to manipulate.
Look at it this way, Paula. Everyone these days, like the internet, media, everything has a 1 week time span, sometimes even shorter than that. That's why I always say, if there's like something crazy that has blown off, just give it a couple days and something else will roll on by and that'll be completely forgotten. People's attention spans are so short that now we want to focus on the present. I understand.
Look at the Golden Globes. It's already over.
Yeah, nobody cares about it.
Nobody cares about the Golden Globes.
Oh my God! Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's make it a little bit fun because I want to talk about what I have on screen. What do you guys, Meghan Markle? You know what? Sometimes she should just shut the hell up, right? People should shut the hell up because she had to explain why she was not part of the Suits reunion. Oh, I had previous engagement. What? Wash her afro?
It's just typical move. That was a typical move. They did that for the birthday, they did that for Christmas, and now they did that for this. And really, it's going to be for everything. We already know the moves by these two people because Meghan doesn't have anything left in her bag of tricks. It's done.
But do you guys think that she wasn't invited? Do you think it was real shade, or what do you think it was?
From what, Hollywood not wanting her there?
No, Suits cast. The Suits cast.
She wasn't invited at all. Yeah,
she wasn't invited. She wasn't
because that's one of those shows you have to be invited, right? Like you have to get an invitation in the mail or something, or from your agent.
And think about it. Ted was there. Ted Sarandos was there. The entire Suits cast was there. You're trying to tell me Ari couldn't have gotten her there? She wasn't invited. She wasn't wanted. She's not wanted because she's too much of a pain in the ass. She's screwed herself.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
She got a second opportunity to do something of herself and make some kind of mark on Hollywood for once. And she screwed it all up by pricing herself out of her own value because of all the demands she makes. She thinks she's better than Hollywood A-listers.
Yeah, she's royalties. Do you think this is why she now is going to go to this aviation thing? Because I'm going to be in the company of true billionaires. Because Lauren Sanchez, who's actually a kick-ass aviator, she's has a school and stuff like that, and I'm sure Jeff Bezos is making a very hefty donation for that. Because let's not forget that this is a private event, just like the gala in New York, guys. Remember when Meghan wore that tomato dress?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same thing. I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos has made a very hefty donation so Lauren gets an award, but Lauren actually is kick-ass. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
Well, you know what? What I think is that Meghan would show up to this aviation awards because she would think that she's the star celebrity and wouldn't have to fight against all the other A-list Hollywood royals who are there. She probably thinks, oh, it's a bunch of old nerds getting awards and I'm going to be the hottest looking duchess there. And it's going to be
hold on. Did you see the price of the tickets?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. So what you said, a bunch of old nerds, a bunch of old nerds, yes. Old nerds, and that's her forte. She needs them. She needs that money. So she's going to be looking for the next guy over there. Oh, you're saying you have a G7? Oh my God! Like I totally love that. Can I see it?
You sound so Californian. Oh my God! But you know what, man? I think you're right. I think she's going to try to wear something that looks like Princess Diana.
Well, of course.
That black dress, I saw it.
She wants her name to come up in the search engines and have all the PR. Oh, look, Meghan has recreated and reminded us of the time Diana danced with Travolta. Maybe she'll even try to squirm her way up to trying to get him to dance with her. Could you imagine those chicken legs getting all caught up in a huge dress and she falls over?
See, but the question is it's very simple to me. When she's going to go to this rich event, right? Is she going to be stupid just like Meghan always is? And is she going to wear something that's dumb? You see, like the problem that I have with her is that I get it. You don't pay attention, I guess, even though she's always online with us. You don't pay attention to the opinion of the
Hello,
lower
Megan.
downs, right? So if she was smart, she would look good. She would wear a nice dress, and she would not have something to where it's going to be like, oh my God, why is she wearing that? What the hell is that? Why is
Oh,
there a
come on.
giant flap? Yeah,
You
why
know
is there a
she's gonna
giant
be
flap
wearing.
on her armpit? And I don't think she will. I think she's going to screw it up again, and maybe it's on purpose.
I wonder
God,
how long it'll take for her to go blonde like Princess Diana.
I bet you she has a wig like that at home that she probably puts on and pretends to Harry, like, I can feel your mother right now coursing through my veins.
Oh,
Harry.
that's gross.
Oh my
That's
God,
so
look
gross.
at Prince William. I swear to God, I get hot watching him. He's so gorgeous. Look at him. This is the thing, Andrew. We've never seen one image or video of Harry even going in a helicopter pretending to fly.
You know what's funny? You should go into that post that I made, and if you scroll down, you got all the sugars in my comments going, there's lots of videos of Harry flying an airplane. Use Google. It's your friend. Well, why don't you post any?
Yeah.
Okay, we have James. I'm just watching here. Eyes, there's footage. Why would you make shit up? Harry also saved a gay soldier from being picked on the
What?
Probably Harry was hanging out with the gay soldier.
BS.
Oh, that's how he
BS,
saved him. He saved him from behind.
Dude, you saved him from behind.
I don't know though. Harry doesn't look like a top. He's probably a bottom.
Bottom. Oh my God, me duele la chicha. Oh, and they go, weird. There's no footage of William in Afghanistan. William never claimed to have gone to Afghanistan.
No,
by the way,
their arguments are so stupid against it. But you get good entertainment out of it when you read them.
No, but let me see. That was funny. I don't especially like Prince Harry, but this just isn't true. Google is your friend and not hard to find. Let me see. Almost like you never looked. Is this Harry?
I don't know. Click on it. See what it says.
I'll see. I'll show you what it says here.
Yeah.
Prince Harry flies high. Oh, let me see. Wait 1 second. There's one thing. I'll stop this for you because I can't. I'll not share this one. Dios. Okay. Ready, guys? Videos released of Britain's Prince Harry piloting his maiden flight of a Spitfire plane in 2014 to launch his scholarship for, let me see.
Spitfire plane. I thought he was a helicopter pilot.
Come on. I wonder if it's real or not.
Well, it says Yahoo.
He's there.
That's interesting.
But it doesn't say whether he's flying it. It just says Prince Harry flies high. He could have been a co-pilot there as well.
Yeah, he's probably in the back.
Yeah, because, let me see.
I'm surprised that if this clip is real, why haven't any of those people put it online then?
Yeah, that's really weird, because there's nothing there. Yeah, let me see if I can find it somewhere. I mean, what do you guys think?
I think you need to get faster internet.
No, the internet has shut up. So it should be Prince Harry.
I'm kidding.
Prince Harry flying, right?
I mean, I guess flying high, but that's the thing is, it looked like that looked kind of like it was him. Yeah,
okay,
like this person said.
We have one here. We have one here. Let me see, guys. Let me show you. Let me see Prince Harry flying. YouTube share. There's him.
Yeah, but that's an Apache. That's a helicopter. See?
That's a helicopter. Yes, he's Cosford Air Show 2013. Let me see if he's flying.
Displays Apache.
Let me see if it's getting in. doesn't show whether he got
show
it.
that is it actually him though?
Let me see, because it doesn't show.
I mean, if he can't do that after 3 years worth of school, then Jesus.
I think he was with another pilot there. There's two of them flying.
I'm not saying he doesn't know how to fly. Like he did the damn thing for 3 years. You know, I just think he's probably not very good.
Let me see. He's in the back, not in the front.
He probably knows how to turn it on.
But he's in the back. He's not in the front. He's in the back. He's not in the front. So somebody else piloting the plane. They're landing. He's in the back. Well, there we are. No. The pilot in the Apache, the way it works, the way it works is the gunner sits in the front and you have the pilot flying it. Hello? Guys? Hello?
Sorry, I hit mute. Sorry. I was cooking.
The way it works is that he wasn't flying the Apache. He was sitting in the front. He was the gunner.
Yeah, they don't understand how it works. They think that just because he's sitting in the front, oh, he's flying the damn thing. He's not.
Yeah, that's what it was. This is why it was.
That's why they didn't show him get in.
No. Nope. Yeah. He's the one sitting in the front, the one waving, while the pilot sits in the back. The gunner sits in the front because the pilot, he has to be able to see, but he's not flying it.
Another lie busted by Harry, by us.
I mean, but the thing is, why the and I know what you say, Andy, that it looks bad in the military and stuff like that, but it looks worse to give credibility to these lies. I mean, what do you guys? I that's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would be a good idea.
Oh my God! Look at this living legend. What Harry wants us to think he looks like. Oh my God! Look at that. What Harry really looks like. Look at that. Oh my God. It's brutal. It's brutal. And then we have Harry fails written pilot exam.
Everyone knows it's BS. I mean, this just more. I said it's just more humiliation for Harry.
Yeah, I'm watching that video that wasn't starting on your live, Paula, and it looks like it is. He's not flying that thing.
No, he's not. He's the gunner in the Apache helicopter.
Yeah, because towards the end of the video, you can see him take both of his hands and put them on the glass. So he's obviously not steering it himself. Yeah, no,
if you were steering it and you put your hands on the glass, the thing's
you're gonna lose control. Yeah, no, that's not. He's definitely not flying that plane.
Because he was a gunner. That's the whole point. He was always the gunner on the thing. He has never been the pilot. He's never, you know what I mean? But it's to me, this is the whole thing that worries me, other than the funny side. I mean, just to speculate, we're going to go soon, guys. But what do you think is going to make? Do you think Meghan is going to show up at the aviation thing because she thinks that is the important event? Because if you look, they're going to hold it at the Beverly Hilton. So she's going to be the A-lister. There's not that very many women. It's Lauren Sanchez. And that's
if Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos are there, come on. She's got to. Or he goes by himself.
Who?
Harry.
Are you insane? Meghan Markle is not.
He's gone everywhere by himself. He's gone to the Grand Prix by himself. He went to the soccer game by himself.
What do you guys think? Do you think Meghan is gonna allow him to? By the way, we have to talk about the blind item that Harry was drinking with a blonde in Hollywood recently.
Well, he cheated on Chelsea Davies, so.
Yeah, but remember, Meghan is scarier.
Yeah, but still. I think that who the hell would want to be around her for 24/7? Jeez, I'd need to go have a drink every day.
I mean, and that Ozempic, she looks really awful. I mean, you're a man, Andy. Do you find her attractive?
No, not at all. I mean, like at 3:00 in the morning on Tinder. Okay, sure, swipe right and come over. But Catherine is wife material.
Catherine.
Sorry.
Can you imagine when if you swipe right drunk and then Meghan shows up at your door, Andy? Oh,
could you
It's
imagine
not a catfish,
waking up?
but it's not what you're looking for either, you know.
Oh,
but Meghan's well, what did you say?
I said, just imagine waking up the next day without those beer goggles and seeing the veins in the morning.
Yeah,
Just
the
veins,
veins.
All filled with bronzer, you know?
Oh my God. You'd have to throw away your blankets and your sheets and everything.
Disgusting. It's disgusting. But the way we're gonna go, guys, I just want to say something before we go. Andrew, you have tell them what you have. You have a channel.
Oh yeah, the POV live channel. The new one. We're still farming some, what do you call it? Farming followers, because we need to get above 1,000 so that way we can start going live there. But we're posting the lives here. And then also it's 88 POV live 88, same thing as my channel, but just add live. Okay. But yes, thank you so much for announcing for me.
No,
Yay.
of course. Meghan Small, yay! Well, we're gonna be there. Meghan Small and I will be harassing you over there.
Yeah.
Meghan Small, thank you always. We're gonna be doing this. I think people like it, and I think it's fun. We can do it on your channel whenever you want, you know, or whatever. I'm more than happy, you know, Andrew. I'm speaking on behalf of Andrew, even if.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
You guys are always welcome on my channel. Of course. You guys
But
through the trenches while I was like in YouTube purgatory. So yeah, of course.
I'm so happy that you're back in form.
Yeah,
you know that,
it's all good.
Hey, and that other person did too. The Ibble Dibble or whatever.
Yeah, we're all
that person
back.
did as well. So we're all
she got back. She got it back.
Yeah, she got remonetized. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Oh my God, this is good news. Good news all around. Good news. So please, let's go subscribe, like, and share all of our videos. It's free. And we appreciate the super chats and the PayPal donations, everything. We appreciate everything, but we appreciate you coming to our channels and watching us and liking our videos and stuff like that, you know. And thank you very much to Meghan Small. Go watch her lives. I'm always watching your lives whenever I can. And Andrew, we should get really started with your lives too.
Yeah, I'm going to start soon.
Yeah, but anyways, thanks for coming, guys, and we'll see you on the Friday live with
tomorrow.
Royal Mess, right, guys?
Yes,
we'll be there.
Yay! Yeah, but thank you very much for coming, beautiful people, and you have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.